We're always told that success is about adding more hustle, more skills, more hours. But what if that's kind of backward? What if the real secret isn't what you add to your life, but what you have the guts to subtract? Today, we're going to flip that script and look at 7 things a self-made millionaire quit to get to the top. Okay, so this whole idea really comes down to this quote from entrepreneur Dan Martell. It's not what I do, it's what I don't do. Think about that for a second. It means success isn't just about piling more on your plate. It's actually about strategically taking things off, the things that are really weighing you down. So here's what we've got on tap. First, we'll get into the core secret itself. Then we'll talk about auditing your inner circle, taking radical ownership, and executing with focus. And then, at the very end, we're going to turn it over to you. Ready? Let's jump in. All right, first up, the big secret. And honestly, it's so simple, but so powerful. Success comes from strategic elimination. It's all about creating the space for what actually matters by just cutting out all the noise. And this idea of cutting things out, it doesn't just apply to your to-do list. It also applies to the people in your life, which brings us right to our second section, auditing your inner circle. Because the people you hang out with have a huge, often invisible, impact on your energy and where you're headed.
So quit number 1. This is a big one. You have to stop spending time with people who just suck the life out of you.
Let's break this down. You've got your energy vampires on one side and a great friend on the other. And just look at the difference. The vampire, they only call when they need something. A real friend, they want more for you, not from you. One leaves you feeling drained, the other actually protects your energy. Martell calls this doing a friendventory, a quick audit of who really gets your time. And this quote just nails it, right? Your environment sets your internal thermostat, not your positive attitude. You can try to be positive all you want, but if you're surrounded by negativity, it's like trying to stay warm in a blizzard. It's just not going to work. The people around you are your environment. Now, if you're cleaning up your environment, that also means cleaning up where you get your advice, which leads us straight to quit number 2. Stop asking for advice from people who haven't actually achieved what you want. I mean, this is just common sense, but we forget it all the time. You wouldn't take fitness advice from an out-of-shape life coach, right? Or get business tips from someone who's never actually built a business? Look, people might mean well, but their advice is based on their results. If you want different results, you've got to find a different source. Okay, let's switch gears a bit. We've talked about the external stuff, the people, the advice. Now it's time to look inward. Section 3 is all about taking radical ownership. This is all about your mindset and your personal responsibility. And this one might be the toughest of them all. Quit number 3. Stop blaming anyone or anything for your situation. Period. You know what it is? Oh, the traffic made me late. The market is bad. That's why sales are down. Every single time we do that, we're just giving away our power. The second you take ownership, boom, you get that control back. I love this quote. We're not creatures of circumstance. We're creators of circumstance. It's a reminder that you're in the driver's seat. And part of that ownership is owning your own unique journey, which is why this next quit is so vital in today's world. Stop comparing yourself to anyone but yourself. Just really think about this for a second. Why would you compare your chapter 3 to someone else's chapter 27? It's such a perfect way to put it, isn't it? Everyone's on their own path with a different story. The only person you should be competing with is the person you were yesterday. That's it. All right, so we've worked on our internal and our external environments. Now it's time for section 4, where the rubber really meets the road, executing with fierce focus. Because let's be real, we live in a world that is literally designed to distract you. This is how you fight back. Which brings us right to quit number 4. You have to stop saying yes to every single opportunity. This is such a great analogy. Think of all your commitments as items in a backpack. If you just keep stuffing more and more things in there, eventually it gets too heavy to even move. And here's the thing. Every time you say yes to something that's just okay, you're silently saying no to the thing that could have been truly great. And hey, don't just take it from me. Take it from Steve Jobs. He famously said, focus isn't about saying yes to one thing. It's about saying no to 100 other good ideas. And that's the tricky part, isn't it? It's easy to say no to bad ideas. The real power comes from saying no to the good ideas to make room for the great one. Okay, next on the chopping block, quit number 5. And this one's for pretty much all of us. Stop being a prisoner to your device.
Look, there is a war going on for your attention, and your phone is the battlefield. Your focus is worth so much more than some little red notification bubble. Every buzz, every ping, it's like a tiny thief stealing your most valuable resource. So here's the action item. Go into your settings and just turn them all off. Take back your focus.
And speaking of focus, it also applies to how we learn, which brings us to quit number 6. Stop just reading books, start studying them. Okay, check out the difference here. On the left, you've got just-in-case learning. That's when you read books because you feel like you should. You're just hoarding information for someday. Martell has a perfect name for this: shelf help. The books look great on your shelf, but nothing in your life changes. But on the right, you have just-in-time learning. This is a total game changer. This is when you read a book to solve a problem you have right now, and then you immediately go apply what you learned. That's how you get actual results. And that brings us to our final, and maybe most important section: your turn to quit. We've gone through all the ideas, and now it's about putting this stuff into practice in your own life.
So let's do a quick recap. Here they are. Quit the energy vampires. Quit the unqualified advice. Quit the blame game. Quit saying yes to everything. Quit letting your phone control you. Quit passive reading. And quit comparing yourself to others. Each one of these creates the space you need for real growth.
Which brings us to one last very important question. Looking at this list, what is the one thing you will quit starting today? Because real progress isn't always about what new thing you start. Sometimes it's about what you finally have the courage to stop.